With the 2020 election ahead of us and all of this talk about reparations, I'd like to talk to you about 9 facts about slavery that the Democrats do not want you to know about. Number 1, the first legal slave owner in American history was a black tobacco farmer named Anthony Johnson. North Carolina's largest slaveholder in 1860 was a black plantation owner named William Ellison. American Indians owned thousands of black slaves. In 1830, there were 3,775 free black people who owned 12,740 black slaves. Brutal black-on-black slavery was common in Africa for thousands of years. Most slaves brought to America from Africa were purchased from black slave owners. White Republicans ended slavery, while the Democrats fought to keep it. At the peak of slavery in 1860, only 1.4% of Americans owned slaves. What your history books doesn't tell you is that 3,000 blacks owned a total of 20,000 slaves the same year. In 1838, the Democrats created the Trail of Tears. The first Democratic president, Andrew Jackson, herded Indians into camps, tormented them, burned and pillaged their homes, and forced them to relocate with minimal supplies. Thousands died along the way. In the year 1860, the Democrats caused the Civil War. The pro-slavery faction of the Democratic Party responded to yours truly election by succeeding, which led to the Civil War. In 1865, the Democrats created the KKK. Along with 5 other Confederate veterans, Democrat Nathan Bedford Forrest created the KKK. Now I ask you, why should people who have never owned slaves pay people who were never slaves themselves?
Oh?
P.S. White Irish slaves were treated worse than any other race in the U.S. When was the last time you heard an Irishman bitching about how the world owes them a living?